folks, and welcome to my next Let's Play. This is UFO Aftershock, the sequel to UFO Aftermath. Let's take a look at the intro.
Move it! Move, Lex! Run!
I have lived here, on this Laputa, for my entire life. For me, Earth was nothing but a legend. A distant ball of clouds far below my feet, discussed in whispers among my people. She was a paradise. Paradise lost. Lost in a flash of deadly psionic radiation. We were the chosen, the worthy, ascended to our Laputa heaven through the efforts of the Council of Earth. The Council never told us what we had been saved from, nor did they tell us what exactly happened to our world. All we were told was that Earth was lost to us, and would remain lost to mankind long after the end of our days. Then things started to go wrong. The life support systems began to fail, and the Council weren't able to effect repairs. Instead of responding to the needs of their people, the Council quelled all discontent firmly and completely by any means necessary. It was soon obvious that they had no idea how the Laputa systems worked. When the people learned of this, violent clashes erupted. The fighting escalated and the Laputa's engines were damaged. The Laputa was disintegrating. Some of us broke the forbidden seals on the docking ports and seized the small craft moored there. None of us were trained in spaceflight, but these vessels were our only hope.
Alright, and there you have it, folks. If you couldn't tell, I'm pretty sure he was talking about it, but this story takes place after the quote-unquote bad ending of UFO Aftermath. Essentially, the history here is the humans 50 years ago, they agreed to let the Reticulans have the planet, and in exchange, the Reticulans put them on these gigantic spaceships, the Laputa, and I don't know if they were all called Laputas or whatever, but that's basically what happened. And then something happened and it failed. So we'll find out more as we play along. But I was really fascinated by the fact they went by the bad ending in the original, but really it kind of turns out that was the better thing for humanity to do, because I think trying to recover from the war, had they won it, they wouldn't have had the advances they have now. Let's see. Okay, so I have these here. I'm going to start a new game, though. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I better keep those just in case I need a reference. We'll just do it, we'll call it Let's Play. That way I can easily tell the difference. Let's play. Klingon. I'm going to keep it on newbie, and I'll go ahead and explain a bunch of stuff now real quick. One, this game is also difficult, and I'd like to get through it to show everybody the game. I know it's kind of a cheap excuse, but you know, how fun is it to watch someone go and then lose and then have to wait for them to get back to where they were the first time. And believe me, this game's going to be hard enough on newbie. Two, this game, just like the first one, and ironically just like the third one, it gets real repetitive after a while. And when I mean repetitive, I mean it's like the same mission but a different map design. And it gets real old real fast. And when I did a test run a few months ago, it took all it could for me to get through it. I mean, really, it was just reading the stuff I research and learning about the plot is what helped me get through the game. And then 3, it's a long game. This is going to take a long time to get through, and I thought I kicked butt when I went through it last time, and it took me, well, it took me a couple weeks, I think, but I was playing for hours every day. And when I had free time, I was playing this game to try to get through it.
Howdy. The name's Mark. You look like you could use some advice. Well, that's what I'm here for. You definitely show some promise. More than anybody who's been along quite a while. You could be a fine leader for these people. But before you can lead us, you probably need to know how we ended up here. I was just a kid during the Exodus, so I didn't really understand what was going on. And my parents, well, let's just say they didn't really want to talk about it. What I do remember is that a bunch of aliens, the Ridiculous or some such, came out of nowhere and attacked the planet. Most everybody was killed right away. The rest of us escaped to the Laputas. This Laputa we're on looks like some sort of headquarters to it. I'd be surprised if we didn't meet some of those Ridiculous here. First things first. You have to learn about the interface controls in the upper left corner of your display. Right now, time is paused. Nothing is happening. That gives you time to plan your actions. If you want to go somewhere, point to that place and click the right mouse button. A waypoint appears, and you can see the path you'll take from where you're standing to your destination. When all your plans are set, click the run button or press the space bar. That sets everybody in motion. Give it a try.
Okay, so one thing you might notice right away is the strategy layout is very, very different. The graphics are a lot different too. I kind of like the Aftermath graphics a little bit better, especially the animation coming up here. But, you know, I got used to this, and, yeah, whatever. You know, it was alright. Once again, I'm playing this in windowed mode instead of full screen mode, so I can record easier and all that. So I'll be using the arrow keys to move the screen and all that. So just bear with me if things seem a little awkward. Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Yeah, just walk and make time go. Hey.
Later on, you can experiment with the different movement modes, like sneaking, running. Sneaking is slow, but it's real quiet and stealthy. Running is fast, but noisy. You've also got some stances to choose from. all of which have their advantages and disadvantages. For example, going prone makes it harder for enemies to hit you, but it has some drawbacks too. Your field manual should tell you everything you need to know about that stuff.
Okay.
What do you want me to do now?
Alright, what's the objective here? Reach the designated area with as many of your soldiers as possible. Designated area, I think is this way. Yeah, right here. You can even click way back there and watch them go. Then Mark will follow along. You know, and I can go quicker, which I will.
Well, I'm done.
Looks like you need a weapon. Here, use this one.
Alright. Now here's the tutorial window. I don't know if I'm going to show them all, but some of them are pretty handy. This is telling you about teleporting. You can only teleport one soldier at a time, and the one that teleports has to move out of the way so the next one can come through. Alright, so now we have two of them, Keith and Irene. Here we have the Reticulan laser pistol, the Reticulan laser rifle. Right click, you can get into their menu, see if they're holding, all that fun stuff, all their abilities. This is probably going to sound cheap to you guys again, but I'll probably not show every battle. Really, there's no way I could do that. This Let's Play would take a year to do it. But I will be reloading if something bad happens in a mission, so, you know, boo on me. But like I said, I did that on my test run, and it still took me far too long, and the game was still far too difficult on the newbie setting.
Attacking a target is easy. Just point at the enemy and right-click to give the attack order. Remember, time is paused, so you're only planning the attack. It isn't executed until you start the time running again. If you move your mouse pointer over the target, you can see your chance of hitting the target from your planned position. After you plan the attack, the chance of hitting is displayed permanently over the target until the attack is executed. Sometimes you can't plan an attack. This is usually because there's no clear line of sight between you and the target. If this is the case, plan your movement first, and then try to plan your attack. Try planning an attack now.
Okay, now I'm about to show you one of the most annoying things they implemented in this game. And they did it in the third one too, but it seemed less severe. You can actually hit your own guys now, or you can risk hitting them. Let's see, and it's not showing it there.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Yeah, see,
Are you kidding?
by doing that, she's not going to shoot or even try to shoot that alien because Keith's right in the way. And she's not going to do that. That is so annoying. Because now, like when you run around in group formation, you got to be careful how your group ends up before you start shooting. Because otherwise you're going to have people not shooting at all. And as you can see what he's talking about up there, the percentages of how you'll hit them shows up. And when you click, it stays up there until the thing's dead or they stop shooting. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back, folks. Alright, folks, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so we need to take out this alien, and when I mouse over it, I can see that it's healthy, and we'll be able to change that further down in the game. And that's actually, that's a pretty neat aspect of what they changed regarding leveling up your soldiers in this game. You have a lot of different abilities you can choose. You see their little bar here.
My attack is screwed. Aborting.
Alright, Mark happily walked in our way. Jeez. So we need to reassign that. And now Keith is in Irene's way.
To go.
So Irene,
On my
she
way.
needs to move.
Kiss him goodbye.
Alright, so I can see he's injured now. And up here you can see, you know, percentages they hit and how much damage and all that.
Look out.
Alright, Alien was incapacitated. He's unconscious.
What?
And now we have some more to shoot at.
Get
Yeah,
down.
I see it. Great. Here comes trouble.
Alright, more enemies. Keep shooting. But the alien came back up. So let's change that again.
Do I have to get them all?
And he's back down. Now he's dead.
This is your first kill. Later, when you get some better weapons, you can experiment with different weapon modes, like single and auto fire, and learn the difference between snap and aim fire. Eventually, for some weapons, you can even choose different ammo types for different targets.
Alright, and then I guess we just take out these other guys.
What?
They'll keep shooting at an unconscious alien for the most part until you tell them to stop. Sometimes they'll stop on their own. I don't know what triggers it, but yeah, they will. And you can push C to cancel all their plans, and then that way you save ammo. These weapons,
Moving out.
you have limited ammo, so you gotta be real careful
Do now.
with that.
On my
Alright,
way.
come over here. Okay, and, well, it did that. I thought I was going to use the teleporter, but I guess not. Alright, so now we got this guy. He's got 2 pistols.
Again.
And, let's see. My cursor disappeared for some reason. They all have maxed out training on a certain thing. That's what, up there you see the Ranger. That's what that means. And I think level 1 Ranger lets you dual wield pistols. That's weird. I wonder why my cursor disappeared.
Here I go again.
Okay.
Waiting
Oh,
your
there it is.
order now.
Huh. Okay. Let's see if...
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. And that's what the 3rd level Ranger skill does.
Ready.
Now she's got medic. You can actually revive dead units, which is kind of nice. But they actually program it in to where you can't revive someone if they got like mutilated or burnt to death or something like that. So I thought that was pretty neat. And gunmen, they've got, I don't know, 15 abilities or so.
On my way.
Okay.
Well,
Moving
ready
out.
or not, here I come. What do you want me to do now?
Alright, so kind of looking around.
Heading
Don't see anything. Let's keep going. There's a little hologram of Earth.
Commander.
Okay.
On my way.
The pathing's pretty good in this game.
Again. Here I go again.
Let's see. No, you're gonna need to go there. You can go there.
Moving out.
And you're gonna stop there.
Kiss him goodbye. Are you kidding?
Dead. Okay.
Ready or not, here I come.
Now, the sounds you make when running, like how loud you are and how quiet you are, really does have an effect.
Heading out.
I'll get into that more later. But I actually do,
I'm done.
walk and stuff every once in a while. I mean, I usually don't take the time to do something like that. Like, the first game was supposed to have that too, but it wasn't implemented all that well. But in this one, sneaking around actually helps out tremendously.
Ready or not, here I come.
And sometimes you'll want to run so someone will hear you, and then they'll come after you, and you can set up an ambush. Down here you can see those are all your options. You know, run, crouch, crawl, and then you got quick shot, and you have aim shot. And those are different than things over here, like rapid fire.
What's next, Commander?
I don't know. I even confuse myself trying to explain it. Aim shot is you take your time doing this version of the shot. Quick shot is almost kind of like a snapshot. You don't quite aim, but it's not quite rapid fire either. You take less time to aim, basically. Sometimes you gotta switch between them, and that's pretty important.
Ready or not, here I come.
There's one.
Alright, and if you didn't notice, right here, this little gray arrow, that's pointing to an alien that we found, or a hostile, I should say. Then these colored arrows correspond to your different units. You can click on them to center on them. Why they're filled in with black, I don't know. I think I read it once and I forgot. Some of them are filled in with black, some aren't. I don't know why.
Heading out, Commander. Go.
And we'll
Kick ass.
set up plans to shoot.
Did you see that?
Why? Oh, yeah. Keep seeing more aliens. Alright, we got hit, but really no big deal. Alright, then we're going to run over there, target him.
A vast virus database has been updated.
I can't finish the
Alright,
attack,
I'm
Commander.
sure everybody wanted to know that. Yar, avast.
What's next, Commander?
Alright, and we can't get up there.
Awaiting your orders.
Okay,
Ready or not, here I come. What's
Orders,
next,
Commander?
Commander?
and if you like, if you click on a spot,
Awaiting your orders.
you can make them turn, face different directions. It makes a little bit of a difference, I suppose.
Here I go again.
Usually it's easier to, if you want to make them turn a different direction, go to where they can't move. And that way, like, if you try to do it here, they would run and then you could turn them. But since they're already there and I want them to be there, click over here somewhere where they can't go,
What do you want
and then
me to
move
do
down.
now?
Click and hold, move down. And they'll turn that way. Alright,
Here I go.
so let's go take out any more aliens we'll find.
Well, I'm done. What? Enemy spotted.
Alright.
Again? Yeah, I'm going.
And then select all,
I'll
and
get him.
add that.
I see you. Great. Here comes trouble. Ready or
Alright.
not, Commander. Look out.
Whoa, still shooting at us. Okay.
Again?
Yes, sir. Moving out.
What?
Yeah, see,
Goodbye.
Do I
Keith
have
was
to
still in
get 'em
Jeremy's
all?
way when I told him to attack, so he didn't even try to reinitiate the attack.
Great. Here comes trouble.
Kick ass.
Yeah, I see.
I don't see him, Commander.
What? Do I have to get again, Commander?
This dual pistol ability, the pistols have to be the same weapon. I'm not sure if you can switch the ammo. I never tested that, but they have to be the same weapon. I found that out the hard way. I went like a long time in game trying to do that, and I had two different pistols, and he only used one the whole time. Okay, mission successful. You can continue playing if you wish, or end the mission now. Click yes if you want to stay in, click no if you want to get out. And all this stuff right here. You know, some stats. Decent hit ratio, I suppose. It'll take Irene 2 hours to heal, but you can still use her. Unless she was, like, dead at one point. Then they have to stay in recovery, I think.
These controls aren't all that different to the interface in our Laputa. I think we'll get the hang of it in no time. Those controls in the lower left manipulate our view of the Earth. We can rotate the view as well as zoom in and out.
There are records in the local library that should prove interesting. Click the research button to open the research screen. Just tell us what to research, and we'll get right onto it.
We found a small capsule here that looks like some sort of transport system. Probably used to transfer people from here to the Earth's surface and back. Some of the humans here who took part in the Exodus mentioned boarding similar capsules and traveling to the Laputa. We can safely assume that the circle on the Earth map projection represents the landing area that is within the capsule's range. Click the equipment button to assign soldiers and equipment to the capsule. After that, launching a mission is as simple as clicking the triangle and then clicking the launch mission button. Just remember, we don't have many weapons at this point, and only a few of the soldiers have been trained to use the ones we have.
Okay. And pretty extensive tutorial here. It just describes what you got to do, and I'll go ahead and click through real quick. I'm not going to read it because if I do, it's going to take a long time, and I actually need to end the video here. But if you'd like, go ahead and pause it, read through it. Hopefully it'll be clear. I'll be using the same settings I did last time with Aftermath, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and save and quit for now. Let's see. Just do, let's play, I guess. Let's play. Kapla. Okay. You can auto save and quit. I usually use quick save. Just control. Well, I set it to control Q, I think. But, alright, well, I hope you guys enjoy this Let's Play. I'll try to show you everything I can. Just to warn you, it's a different game. I'll give it that. There's some cool features, and the ideas are sound. Implementing it, on the other hand, just made it for an unreasonably long game, I think. Far too repetitive as well. Kind of took the fun out of it after a while. And especially some of the research you get into in manufacturing and how you do it. There's like no indication on how you should proceed and when things become obsolete, basically. So I'll get into that later. It's probably not going to be for quite a few videos before I run into stuff like that. But alright folks, I'll go ahead and quit now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.